Today we are at Restaurant Au Niveau and upon invitation by Delta Wines and Pallas Wines, who are going to import a few new interesting Californian wine brands. One of them is Pine Ridge. And Abigail, you want to tell us a little bit about the winery and the wines that will be coming to the Dutch markets. Maybe you can introduce yourself first?
I'm Abigail. I'm the export director for Pine Ridge Vineyards, and I'm very pleased to share a couple of wines with you today. We have the Pine Ridge Vineyards, which is located in Stags Leap District in Napa Valley. It was established back in 1978. And we have three wines. The Pine Ridge Chenin Blanc Viognier, which is a delicious white blend, always about 80% Chenin Blanc, 20% Viognier, high acidity, just a little bit of sweetness. It makes it the perfect wine to pair with spicy foods, salads, seafood, delicious and lower in alcohol. We also have the Napa Valley Cabernet, which is a blend of wines from our mini lot of up to 80 lots from our 5 appellations, which are Howell Mountain, Stags Leap District, Rutherford, Oakville, and Carneros. And it's a beautiful wine with always about 80% Cabernet and a little bit of, depending on the year and the winemaker's fancy, a blend of Merlot, Petit Verdot, Petit Syrah, Malbec, and I think a beautiful representation of Napa Valley and the diversity of Napa Valley. And then our flagship wine is the Stags Leap District Cabernet. It's all estate fruit from our 47 acres, or about 20 hectares in Stags Leap District, where the winery is located. It is aged in 70% new French oak, and again, a very wonderful representation of the diversity or the uniqueness of Stags Leap District.
So it's interesting, you are quite a big company, you've got different estates as well. So today we're talking about Pine Ridge, but there's others as well.
Yes.
And maybe you could tell us a little bit more about the other ones in the group?
Well, I think we're very fortunate. We're considered a medium-sized wine company. We have 6 estates, at Chamisol down in San Luis Obispo in Central Coast, Pine Ridge Vineyards in Napa, Sagacio in Sonoma County, which is already imported by Vine Import Bart, Archery Summit up in Dundee Hills in Oregon, and Seven Hills and Double Canyon in Eastern Washington. And I think it's a beautiful portfolio, really representing the best appellations and making the most beautiful wines in the West Coast.
And Pallas has taken 3 beautiful wines out of the Pine Ridge selection and is putting these ones into the market. So the first one is very interesting blend.
Yes.
Obviously, how did that come together? If you can tell us a little bit about that story.
Yes. Well, as I told you, in some countries it would be illegal to make this blend, but about 28 years ago, the night before they were bottling the Chenin Blanc, the cellar workers were moving wine and they connected the wrong hose to the tank, so they ended up accidentally blending the Viognier into the Chenin Blanc. And initially they thought, 1, we've just been fired, and 2, we've ruined the wines. And then the winemaker tasted it, Gary Andrus tasted it, and said, no, this is delicious, this is amazing, and let's do it again. So we've been repeating the mistake for 28 years.
So there the wine was born.
Indeed, yeah.
And in the middle, we've got something, as you mentioned very correctly, is a true representation of Napa Valley with all the different AVAs, which it comes from.
So it comes primarily from our vineyards and some purchased fruit from Rutherford and Oakville, a little bit from Howell Mountain, a little bit from Stags Leap District. But as I said, it's a very wonderful representation of what Napa Valley is. So you have the mountain fruit, valley fruit. It's a beautiful wine and very approachable to drink now. We want, specifically this wine, we want it to be approachable, enjoyable now. It also can age.
Okay. And the last one obviously is a metaphor, it's a true representation of a very famous AVA, Stags Leap. Maybe you can tell us what makes that area so special.
Well, Stags Leap District, first of all, is the smallest appellation in Napa Valley, and it's the first appellation in America to be identified specifically for the soil types. So it's a small area. It gets warm during the days, but is moderated by the maritime influence. So you have that the cooling breeze that gives you that big diurnal shift during the day, throughout the day. So heat during the day, but it gets cool enough during the night to preserve that acidity. And this is, as I said, this is our flagship. We're really proud of it to really represent what Pine Ridge Vineyards is.
Okay, and it's obviously a home to some very iconic wines and well, a style on its own also in the US, but also outside of the US.
Yes.
So happy to see a Stag's Leap District wine as well in the Netherlands now. So I would like to thank you very much for your time and for these beautiful wines.
Yeah.
I would like to thank Delta and Pallas who will be importing them and selling them. And yeah, we hope to enjoy more of your wines in the future.
Well, we're thrilled to have them in the Netherlands and enjoy.
Okay, thank you.